Hello, Pisces. Let's do a vice versa reading about you and the person your energy and attention are focused on right now. Hope all is well and that you are doing well. Going to pull 3 cards for person number 1. So we have the Hangman in reverse and the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. That's the 5 of Pentacles. And then we have the 6 of Swords in the upright. Okay, and let's see. Person number 2. 6 of Cups. 10 of Swords. And then the Knight of Cups. Okay. All right, my dear. Hope all is well and that you are doing well. So starting off for person number 1, and the energy may be interchangeable, so you apply it and the information that comes in as it fits for you and your situation. Hangman in reverse. This person is no longer caught up in their thoughts or trying to clarify a situation. They have finally made a decision here in terms of how they want things to move forward between each other. The 2 of Pentacles being in reverse is no longer trying to find a way to balance a situation in the environment. They have made a decision. And the 6 of Swords is that they want to move forward here. On this side, we have the 6 of Cups, 2 sixes out, which are about cooperation, harmony, and compassion. Now, this person mentally is in a space of moving forward. This person on the other side is 6 of Cups in a space of nostalgia or wanting things in a way to go back to what they once were, to reunite and try to get to play things back to a place they once were. But this person is really looking to move things forward, and they've made a final decision here. The 10 of Swords is at the center here in terms of this person really thinking that, person number 2 thinking that things have really come to an end, at least mentally. They feel like person number 1 may have decided that they no longer want to move forward with them. However, Knight of Cups is what they're hoping and wishing is that things can be revived, that maybe you can give it one more try to move towards person number 1 and say, let's meet, let's try to talk things through. I really love you. I really care about you. I want this to work. Remember how things used to be, etc. So let's see. Let's start with person number 1, clarifying this energy behind the Hangman in reverse, please. Queen of Pentacles. And the 2 of Pentacles, please. Four of Wands. And then the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. Let me just go ahead and see what's going on this other side before we start. Before I say what I feel is happening here. Page of Pentacles. Different energy on this 10 of Swords, please. 3 of Cups. And then 3 of Wands. Unrequited love here. Okay, so person number 1 is being called back or called to continue on in a committed relationship. King of Wands on the bottom of the deck, on the clarifying deck. Now, they may have been in separation. Person number 1 has been in separation, and this is how this connection began to grow. Okay, hence this Page of Pentacles is represented here. Of this, where you guys had began, on person number 2, had began a connection with person number 1 at a time that they were clearly broken apart from this. This person number 1 was clearly broken apart from their committed relationship. Doesn't feel like this was a situation, because this is 3 of Cups, not 3 of Swords. So it doesn't feel like it was a situation where there was a betrayal or an affair that went on. However, This person is being called back into their relationship. And the Four of Wands is where they really do and still find themselves very much connected and in love, in a spiritual bond with this person. And the Four of Pentacles with the Six of Swords is where they're keeping this close to the cuff. Now, they're not telling person number two what's really going on and why they're looking to end this connection, possibly, at least not yet. The Page of Pentacles is here because this person is still holding out that things can go back to the way they once were. Perhaps there has been this with this Ten of Swords. There's been a bit of pulling away here, which we'll get to clarify in a little bit more of this energy. But there's been a pulling away, okay? And the Three of Cups is here of really, still being cordial and communicating in a way, but it's beginning to pull back in terms of the emotional, romantic energy. Okay, it's more so it's moving towards a more cordial, platonic type of energy. And the Three of Wands with this Knight of Cups is this person constantly waiting and trying, person number two trying to get person number one to move in a romantic space, and they're waiting to see if the tides are going to turn, because they really don't understand what's going on, because again, Four of Pentacles on this side, person number one is not being forthcoming as of yet as to why they're pulling back. They're first trying to create, it feels like, a bit of distance. Person number one is trying to create distance first before stating what's really going on, and they may still be working on this reconciliation with their partner, their former partner. So let's see. Let's get some more information here. Oh, sorry. Wrong deck. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see, 3 more cards. So 10 of Wands in reverse. King of Swords. Air sign energy. And the Ace of Cups. And person number two, Five of Swords, Five of Coin, and Justice. Person number two is pissed and perturbed. The feeling, the energy is being shut out. We're going to start here because they have the most anguish about this. They're out of the loop. This Justice card is here where they feel like they want fair treatment. They want to know what is going on, and they feel like they're owed this. They're owed an explanation as to why person number one is pulling back with no explanation, just completely. It feels like it's out of nowhere. Like all of us, like a storm just rolled in, like a derecho. Okay, like all of a sudden the skies were clear, it was sunny, nothing happened, and then within 5 minutes, it is blacker than black, the blackest night outside. Okay, and so justice is here where they want an answer and they want to be treated fairly. The Five of Coins is at the center where they feel used, they feel shut out. And they're doing everything possible to try to revive this thing, because perhaps it was the best energy this person has felt in a long time from another person in terms of a relationship energy. The Five of Swords is where they are in mental anguish. They're replaying things over and over in their mind. I mean, the fives are about conflict, change, and expansion. And right now they're in serious conflict mentally and in their energy, in their actions, in their environment. They're feeling isolated and almost like they're being put out to pasture or thrown out with yesterday's rubbish or trash. Right? Like, you're just going to dispose of me. Like, I don't even deserve the conversation, like this is what they're feeling. Doesn't mean that's what person number one is doing necessarily, but because they're not getting any information, they keep, again, it feels like person number one is being very cordial, but very mysterious, very tight-lipped, not willing to, when the conversation turns romantically, as it most likely would do, because of the fact that has been the energy person number one is like completely shutting it down in a way, albeit respectfully and cordially, just, like a rejection, like, oh no. The Ten of Wands is in reverse. There is no conflict with this person moving back, person number one moving back towards their previous relationship. This is what they want. The King of Swords is here. There's been a lot of thought and planning for this. And it has been going on for a bit of time. Now, person number two may not have been paying attention to the signs that have been going on all along. They may have been ignoring them all along. And this is how they got so far gone in their feelings of anguish and anger and isolation and loneliness, is because they have not been watching the signs. It's not to say that person number one is a bad person. Don't know, right? But it's really about how this person has been perceiving it, and maybe they have not been seeing that person number one has been gently, letting go, de-escalating the situation, really trying to move away from the romantic aspect of things. The Ace of Cups is here about a love that is truly placed and felt here, and this is what is probably confusing this person a bit. Okay, because I don't believe nobody out here just being a total wildebeest, but at the same time, I'm just reading the energy, and it doesn't feel that way, like you being a total DB. Okay, total DB. No, I mean, I've read energy like that, unfortunately, but that's not what it feels like. It just really feels like it's been de-escalating. This person has been gently moving away from it, and this person is just still caught in their feelings and their emotions, and they're just like, oh, I'm just giving them patience or whatever. Now, again, person number one very well may not be saying why they're doing it, and that is what the challenge is why this Justice card is here. Let's get some information on why this Justice card is here, please, for person number two. Four of Cups. A series of events, like with this Three of Cups, of being disappointed. Maybe there's been, with the Knight of Cups energy there early, like the person was sitting and waiting for something to happen, made plans, and then they're canceled, or whatever the case may be. Not wanting to be mean to this person, and maybe at the time feeling like person number one feeling like they did want to hang out with this person, but then whatever conversations were going on prior to that outing, they just started to see like, nope, they're going to expect XYZ, best to shut it off, but again, still not giving an explanation, or at least a satisfactory one. And then we have Knight of Cups again. They're determined here. Page of Swords. They're really watching any way that they can see what's going on with person number one publicly. They are monitoring that. Okay, person number two is monitoring you. Person number one, we're serious, like watching everything, who you're interacting with, or anything else on your social media, trying to create a storyline and a timeline as to what's going on, when things change, when things shift. Like, they're doing a full-scale investigation. Why is this Ten of Wands in reverse on person number one side, please? See, there's a lot of anxiety about it, because this person, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't feel like it's a bad energy, like you're disgusted, or this person bores you, or they're just turning you out. Like, it's not that. It's just, you find yourself still in love with your person, your partner. That was Queen of Pentacles, that brings about Queen of Pentacles commitment, and Four of Wands. And people do get back together, especially with that kind of energy. So, but again, it doesn't feel like there was an infidelity or, some untoward energy going on. There was a breakup here on person one's side. So let's see. That's what it feels like. And they're not, and person number one is not saying anything because, again, it hasn't been fully decided what's going to happen. But that energy is there where they know where they want to be. Person number one, Two of Swords on that, trying to make that decision, head over heart. And then with this Ace of Cups, the Nine of Wands, yeah. Things moved really fast. And person number one blames himself a lot about the state that person number two is in. Because they maybe got into something very quickly, and they realized that maybe they were putting a lot of the energy that they were really feeling for the person that they had recently left they just transferred that energy over to person number two, and somehow misled person number two to feeling that there was something deeper going on, where really they were just in so much pain and hurt from the past relationship that they just were transferring that energy. This Two of Swords, again, it's a difficult decision because person number two, it seems like they're really in love and falling for person number one, and it's hard for this person, hence they're playing that four of Pentacles, keeping things close to the close to the chest, excuse me, because of the fact that they in a way know that they're responsible for why person number two is in a tailspin right now in terms of emotion, especially with this Four of Cups of there maybe has been for the past, recent past, a lot of back and forth energy because this situation up top has been back and forth. So 1 minute person number one is all about person number two. Then the next minute they get some type of energy or go from their old relationship that they really want to be back in. And then they disconnect in a way. And it's just this back and forth, hence this Four of Cups energy for this person of where 1 minute everything is cool, you're hanging out, you're spending time together, and then the next minute it's, they're going back and forth. So this person is, person number one is not being responsible in terms of letting go, trying to keep, have their cake and eat it too in a way, which is disrespectful to person number one first, and then person number two, especially because they know in their heart of hearts, person number two doesn't deserve to be treated like this. It's just being selfish right now. Not a bad or a good or a bad thing. It's just what it is. And this Nine of Swords is what it's that they're really anxious about the fact that they should feel bad about it, right? But they can't seem to, they're scared to let go of either side. Really feels like for person number one, doesn't absolve them from responsibility or make the, whatever. But it is what it is. So let's see. Three of Swords. Oh, well, there we go. Eight of Swords. And the Ace of Pentacles. They can't decide. What's going on for person number two? Four of Wands. King of Cups. Three of Wands. Again. Now this could be a cycle too. Because it may be something that goes back and forth. And this person always lays in wait for person number one, hoping that this time it's going to really be over with and done. This is a game that's been afoot for a long time. And this person always opens their heart and their arms to person number one and allows them to come into them as well. This seems like a long-standing situation in the sense of like going this whole back and forth. Because King of Cups here on this person number two side is representative of it doesn't matter what goes on. This person is always going to have a space in their heart for person number one, no matter what they do. The Three of Wands is once again, long-standing, waiting for this situation to mess up again. And this person is going to be right back over here. So it's like a back and forth. The Three of Swords is here where this person, again, this energy of breaking up, making up, and never really letting go of person number two. Like there's always this, if you guys are not speaking romantically, you're still in contact with each other while stuff is going on with this relationship that they, their quote unquote first love, right? The person that they think is their person. But for whatever reasons, that person, they never seem to stay together for any long period of time. Like they always end up breaking up or splitting apart, it feels like. With this Ace of Pentacles, this person holds a space in their heart for this person. Maybe this was their first love, like it was just said, and they may have tried to have a family together, or, and they always try to, bring it together. Like they have this dream, and when things are working, it works really well. And when things are bad, it's really bad. Hence this Eight of Swords, where this person is outside in the rain, drowning in their feelings and their emotions, and can't seem to see their way through in order to just really make a decision. That can't happen though if they always feel like someone's going to be waiting for them to support their erratic behavior. Like if someone is constantly waiting for you to just jump into their arms, and you'll willingly take them while they're whatever's happening over here, and then they can go bounce back and forth, then it's enabling, unfortunately, this person to never really grow up. They're going to always be in a Toys R Us kid type of energy when it comes to romance and relationship, and then it does them no service. Person number one, it does them no service, because they're not able to really mature and grow and understand that if you really want something great in life, you have to, in terms of romance and relationship, you have to make the tough choices. You do, because it's a situation of where you're just going to constantly cause damage, and the person going to have the most damage long term is going to be you, because you have no real way to understand what's happening with your emotions. You don't trust yourself. You're always looking for external validation, and other people control and have your heart in their hands. So you're not willing to make the tough decision and heal and say, you know what, we've tried this like umpteenth times and it's just not happening. Whatever's going on, it's just really not happening. So let me make the toughest decision that I could possibly make and just say, I'm done with it. It's like an addiction. You're clean for a little bit, you're sober for a little bit. And then as soon as you get the whiff of it, as soon as you answer that text message, as soon as you have that little coffee date, as soon as you see the person, all of a sudden you're transported back, and boom. And now you can't, now you're curious. Now you can't, and you don't have enough strength to just say, okay, no, I'm not, I know it's going to happen. I've been down this road so many times. I know where we're going to end up. It's just out in the rain, in the cold. So let's see what's going on with this Eight of Swords. Death. Things need to transform and change. Gonna have to save yourself here. And it needs to be a time for this person, number one, a time of independence. To really heal your heart and ask yourself, those questions of, why do I keep doing this to myself? Because the other people are symptoms of something that you are not wanting to face and deal with for yourself. You're allowing other people to control your outcomes rather than you having participation and say so on what's happening to you and your romantic heart. Okay, you're brutalizing yourself and beating yourself up, and it's never going to, until that cycle is ended, that death happens. You're never going to really see how beautiful love can truly be, how healthy and supportive and amazing it can be. Okay, it's more than just a feeling. It's a life. It's a life. It's a lifestyle, right? This person is King of Cups energy, please. Justice, yeah. Same energy here to do yourself the favor, because Justice is out twice. Hermit, yeah, on the bottom of the deck. Need to take time for yourself and figure out what's really good for you, because it's the same energy. You guys are just sharing it. It's just going back and forth like an infinity symbol. You're just sharing it. Sometimes you guys are standing in the sun. Other times you're living in the shadows. You're holding yourself hostage, allowing this person's movements to hold you hostage, but really it's you holding yourself hostage. You guys are not seeing that it's really your hands on the wheel. You're not a passenger in the car. Your hands are on the wheel. You're the drivers here. And eventually it's going to go off the cliff. And then you're going to realize you were the only one in the car the whole time. Okay? I mean, this is a serious analogy, but I mean, because what you got here are two people that really love each other, but have a fantasy life when it comes to romance and being in love, and not, really having that fairy tale energy about what it is, and all is fair in love and war. I mean, well, we're not at war. Most people will not ever be at war. And in love, no, all is not fair. That's just what people say to justify erratic decisions. Okay. So let's get some information moving forward. What does our loved one need to know? What does our Pisces need to know? You are being guided with your heart. Add some logic to the situation. Sit stationed for a moment and slow down your thoughts. I feel trapped in these emotions, but I'm doing this to myself. Did you dominate a conversation, or was it a fluid 50-50 exchange of words? Okay. All right, my dear Pisces, a tough one, but a necessary one. I hope this helps for the situation you find yourself in, and that the best comes out of it for you. Okay, so back then is not now. Always be in harmony with your surroundings. Stay sucker free. Be seeing you.